Oi, oi, it's getting real with Cockney, but I'm banging them out there now, the old podcast, right? And this one's coming about because, I don't know, I kind of pulled myself out a little bit of a spot today. I was going into some anxiety, but caught it. And started thinking about the breath and what I did with the breath and thought, you know what, I think I'm going to share that out here. So there's going to be a little breathwork meditation involved in this one and a little bit of a chat. So I don't want you doing it if you're driving or using heavy machinery. I'm not responsible for anybody doing anything a little silly, okay? I'm just out here trying to push a word out there. I have a certification in counselling. And I find myself really enjoying getting the word out there that can help other people. So don't be silly driving and trying to do meditation, please, or breath work. There's always a time for that, okay? And thank you from here in sunny Florida. Like I said, I love getting the word out there. And I appreciate every one of you coming out there and listening to me. So getting into it a little bit, before we get into the actual meditation side of it, I thought I would do a little, kind of a little talk. If you go and look at my YouTube channel, I just put one up there saying breathing through anxiety and panic. So go and check it out on my YouTube channel. And please, if you would, this is me enjoying what I do. Absolutely. I absolutely enjoy what I do in putting these podcasts out there. It's a way of me finding a worth and a purpose in getting the word out. And I also do this for a living. And I do one-on-one work with people. So listen, if you're looking for a one-on-one and you like what you're hearing from my podcasts and YouTube and stuff, please hit me up. I do things completely different, and people tune into it pretty quick, I think. So, please hit me up. But what you really can do is hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. It'll be really appreciated because it helps me get the analytics up there. And yes, does it help me? Of course it does. Yes, it helps me. But it also helps, the few get it out to the many. So those of you out there that stay really loyal to me and you like what I'm saying and everything like that, yeah, go and give it a bit of a subscribe for me, yeah, and pump the old YouTube channel and the podcast because this does go out on YouTube as well, but it goes across all different platforms, all the main platforms. So from wherever you're listening, if you could jump over on my YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. But I was going into a little bit of an anxiety today, and it takes sometimes something happening like that to where you tune back into how important the breath really is. We take it for granted because we do it, we don't have to think about it, right? Our nervous system does it all for us. So we don't have to really think about breathing, but it's really, really important. And it's a really good one to practice because when you practice it, which is what I do in meditation, and I take a lot of my guys through meditation too, and breath works. And by the way, come and see me on Sunday mornings, at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I do a live, we do some breath work, and then we get in a bit of a chat, and we never know where it's going. Sometimes I have a subject in mind, sometimes I don't, and someone comes up with a question or something, and boom, we get into it. So come check me out Sunday morning, US 11 a.m. Eastern time. But getting back to the old breath, from the day that you're born, you never ever breathe the same breath ever. We think that we're walking around, we're just breathing the same air and it's the same chemical makeup and it's the same, right? It's the same dust particles and pollution, right? But it's not. It's not. Every single breath you take, from the day you take your first breath is different than the next one. So keep that in mind, first of all. When we get into the breath work a little bit, keep that in mind, because I'm going to bring that into it. And it's not one to take lightly, right? Because if you really think about it, how many breaths do you have, right? So I remember, I can't remember if I read it or I heard it on an interview or something, and they said, listen, if you're given so many breaths, wouldn't you want to slow them down and make them last a little bit longer? And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't you, right? And it's truth. I mean, if you slow your breath down, it works with the mind wonderfully by sending the message of, you know, everything's good, because you go straight into, you know, heartbeat raises up a little bit, blood pressure goes up a little bit or a lot, whatever the case may be. Your heart rate goes up, you're starting at the old, and this all happens without you even knowing it. Your body chemistry starts changing, it clues in, and the faults, you might not even know what you're thinking of, but you're in this kind of like, oh shit, what's going on? Oh, I don't like this, fuck me, right? And you're like, oh no. And it's kind of spiraling. Well, there had to be a fault somewhere first. You had to have something there for your emotions to connect to. And then, of course, as soon as the emotion come on, you're like, oh, I don't like that. Sends that heart rate up and everything. Your body's gone, bosh, okay, let's get ready to freaking start either running or something here, because I'm not liking this. And you don't have, before you know it, boosh, then you go spiraling, right? So start with your breath. And make every single breath the most important breath you've ever had. Meaning be completely present with the breath. And it's the reason why I just want to take you through a little bit of breath work. Nothing major. I just wanted to put something out there because I thought, you know what, this is what I've experienced today, and how I tuned in and was like, okay, make the breath last. And it makes you tune in way more. So if you can, you know, if this is the part where we're going to do a little breath work, and I don't want anybody bloody driving or anything like that, doing anything where you can like knock yourself out. No, I'm not responsible for anything. All right. So, but if you can, you know, you might want to skip forward through this bit. But if you can do the breath work, it's going to be up there. Do it a bit later on. Just make sure you're safe and in a safe area. But just get yourself comfortable. If you're sitting down, sit up straight. Bring your back away from the backrest. It just keeps you that little bit more alert. And I always put my palms up so that I'm in receive mode of energies and spirit or whatever decides it's going to come in. And if you want to lay down, lay down. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with laying down. Use a rolled up towel or something, or one of those foam like pillow things. They're hard, you know. I use those for trigger work and stuff, up in the piriformis, long story, back, yes, now you know what I'm talking about, right? But use one of those, put it underneath your knees, put a rolled up towel underneath your neck or something like that, you know, keep yourself comfortable, palms up, down by your sides, and just be in receive mode, yeah, which means just relaxing down, not thinking too heavily about the breath at the minute, because we're going to tune into the breath and really take it to a level of like, okay, this is what you can do to pull yourself out of a situation. Yeah. So just get yourself nice and comfortable, and just, you know, don't even really think too hard into it. Just start tuning into the breath. And just calm your mind. Use the sound if you want to. And just start relaxing down. Just start relaxing the breath. Not thinking too much into it. Just bearing in mind of when you relax your breath, you relax the mind. You relax the mind, your body will relax. So just be conscious and aware of just the breathing, without even thinking too much into it right now. Keeping the breath through the nose. And then just start to realize of the slowing down of the breath. Just start slowing it down. And then bring your mind to an anchor point, which I always pick a point right underneath my nostrils and above my top lip, right in that little crevice there, little pinhead area. Just bring your mind to that, right there. Keeping the breaths nice and long, and as you're breathing in, accept the fact that this breath you're never going to see again. So make it last, because you're never going to see that breath again. Now become aware of the mind now. Now you realize, the mind realizes that this is not going to see that breath again. So make it count. Tune in to where you're feeling the breath, right in that little crevice area right there as it's going into the nostrils. You may be able to feel it circulate in the nostrils. If you really tune into that area, you can feel it. Tune into the diaphragm. What's the diaphragm doing? Breathe into the belly, pushing the belly out with the breath in, allowing the lungs to expand and the diaphragm to expand. The more air you can bring in, the better. I was told we only breathe with about 30% of the capacity of our lungs on a daily basis. Make the lungs work for you, slowing your breath down. Become aware of what that breath is worth to you. No breath, no life. So tuning into that as the belly starts to come out with the breath in, start building that air right up into the chest area, filling the chest area, feeling there is a little bit of an expansion there in the chest area, and breathe it right up into the clavicle area. Making that breath work and count. And as you're breathing that breath in, just imagine somewhere tranquil, somewhere maybe the sounds take you somewhere. And start to breathe that air, making every single one count. The mind doesn't know the difference if you're there or not. You just take it there and experience it with an imagery, with everything. Smell it, feel it, see it. Bringing your mind back to that spot right underneath the nose. And when the thinking comes in, just tell the mind that you're thinking. Because when you tell the mind that you're thinking, it's going to know that that's what it's doing. And then bring it back to the anchor right there below the nose and keep the breath nice and long. Remember, you're not going to see the breath again. And like in the video, I explained in there about the candle, which I had a comment from Pippa, thank you, out there in Wales, gave me a comment about how that was a great way to look at things. And what I said was to think about holding a candle flame just away from your nose, underneath your nostrils. And then as you're breathing that air out, just have it move the flame, but without blowing out. Meaning, don't blow out your light. I love getting comments from people, so please go over to my YouTube, hit those comments. It's great to hear from people like that. Keeping that breath nice and long. Everyone counting. Start pausing at the top of the breath. So as you breathe in and the belly goes out, into the chest, up into the clavicles, as you get to the top, just suspend the breath. And give yourself a count of 5 on the suspension of the breath. You don't want it to go away. Remember, it's the only one you're going to have of its kind. And then as that air starts coming out back through the nose, Start blowing a little bit on that candle flame without blowing it out completely. And start being aware of your body and how your body feels right now. You may have tingling going on in your hands. Maybe feeling kind of floaty, maybe heavy, sinking into wherever you are laying or sitting. But tune into that breath. Everything that breath is telling you, tune into. As it goes through the nose, as it goes up behind your sinuses, they may get a little cool. As it hits the back of your throat, it might feel icy. If you've had a good drink of water before you do this, you're going to feel it even more. Allowing it go down and fill those lungs up. Imagine those lungs expanding like bellows, bringing that air in. What's happening to your body as this happens? What's the movements that's going on? Keep telling your mind that I'm thinking when the thoughts come. And in a moment, I'm going to step you up out of this breathwork meditation. But right now, I want you to take 3 nice long deep breaths. I will start out. You don't have to do it right now. I will breathe in and just follow my lead. And we're going to pause at the top for 5. And then we're just going to release that breath out nice and slowly. And we're going to do that 3 times. So breathe in. Pause. Breathe out nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. Be aware of what the body's doing, what you're feeling, the relaxing of the limbs and the body. And then breathe in again. Suspend the breath. And then allow that breath to just come out nice and slowly, nice and slowly. Candle flame. Think candle flame. Don't blow the candle flame out. You don't want this breath to leave you. It's the last one you're going to see of its kind. Slow it down. And breathe in once more. Suspend the breath. And then allow that breath just to release out again, allowing the body to come to a nice relaxation. Take in how you're feeling. You did that with your breath. This can be done. And it doesn't have to take as long either. The more you practice these practices and the things that I put out there for you guys, you can use these tools. Please take it up. Show other people, because this is what you can use. Tune into your body right now. How are you feeling? What's going on with emotion? You may even have some emotion that's come up. It's been known in meditation to have people start crying. It's okay. It's the emotions that are freeing and moving, and the energy moving with it. And in a moment, I'm going to count up from 1 to 5, and I'm going to count you up out of the meditation. On 1, 2, just start becoming aware of your surroundings. 3, wiggling your fingers and your toes. 4, becoming aware of your body. Becoming aware of your energy in your body, becoming aware of how you're feeling, how you're relaxed. And 5, blinking the eyes open and being nice, wide awake and relaxed. And that there, how hopefully you're feeling pretty damn good. And that right there is how you just tune into each and every breath the same way, keeping the mind on the breath and using your anchors. I hope that's helped. There's lots of reasons. There's a guy out there called James Nestor. He's big into breath work. There's many other people out there. I've forgotten the other guy. Andrew Huberman is another great guy to look at, neuroscientist fella, another good one to look at. Go and check these guys out on YouTube and that, and start checking them out. Some of the old Cockney Buddha sent you. All right, they won't have a clue who I am. Mind you, I say that I've had a couple come up and made some, like, you know, thumb up and stuff like that with stuff that I've posted them in and stuff. So yeah, big ups to all those people. Rich Rolls, another one. Absolute blinding people. John Joseph is another one. Go and follow him. These, you know, Goggins. I can go on and on and on. David Goggins. There's many that I follow, and it's a bloody blessing to be able to do this and to be able to teach it. And I grab all my, you know, I grab from all over. You know, I hear things from different things, and I watch different things, and then I sometimes put my own things together, and I come up with what works. So I hope that helps. Go and check out about breathwork. The Wim Hof is I do Wim Hof work. I keep saying I'm going to build my plunge. I still haven't bloody done it. I've got the kit and everything. I've had the freezer in the damn garage with all the blocks ready to go for the cold plunge. And I was meant to have done it on my bloody birthday. I thought, I'll do it on my birthday. And I didn't bloody do it. Damn it. But I want to get it done. I want to get it done. So I hope everybody is having a good week. I know it's been a decent week for me, and there's been plenty of lessons that I've put out there in podcasts and vlogs for you guys. So please go out there and check it out, yeah, because it's something I love to do, but, you know, if you guys don't push it around, then people don't get to hear it. So wherever you are in the world, whatever nationality you are, whoever you choose to love, no matter what the colour of your skin or where you're from or what heritage you are, I love you, and I know many, many other people do. And let's get us all together, please. So please get the message out there, because it's about coming together and about community. Go and check out my Sunday live, 11 a.m. Eastern US time. There's a community building there, and they're all from all over the place. So come and check us out, yeah? I love doing this. It's an absolute blessing when I get the comments. So go and hit the comments for me. Go and hit that YouTube channel and hit some comments, because it pushes me. Let me tell you guys, it does help. And when I know the message is getting out there to the right people, I love it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay that course. Namaste.